Jorge Masvidal in studio with us here. UFC 244 in New York, November 2nd. Get ESPN Plus. It's the only place that you can get it if you want to watch the fight. But you don't want to look past Nate Diaz, but let's just say you not only headline with a percentage of the pay-per-view for the first time in a 16-year career.
16 professional year. We're not going to count the amateur.
Right, 16 professional years. Then what can you, because you have said this is for the baddest mother bleeper belt between, West Coast gangster, East Coast gangster, you two, you're fighting for that belt. What would happen if you beat him?
I have the baddest mother ever belt.
And then you can headline with it. Are you going to get? You have to get a belt made if you win that.
No, they're making the belt. The UFC's making the belt. They came up with. I mean, Nate had the idea, and then the UFC followed through. So it's awesome, I mean, what better picks could you get? It's either one or the other. And with either pick, the world's going to be happy.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we're going to come back with Jorge Masvidal. We're going to play some sound for him next, see how he reacts to it. Jorge Masvidal in studio with us. So I don't know what you make of Colby Covington. He is someone who enjoys being a bit of a professional wrestling heel. We want to play some sound for you here that he delivered, and we want to get the reaction from Jorge Masvidal. This is about you, by the way.
All he cares about is himself. That's all Jorge is a guy that cares for himself. He doesn't care for others, and he doesn't care for anybody unless they can do something for him. And I'm not that guy. I'm not going to always just do stuff for you and then be taken for granted. So, now I passed him up. I'm making more money than him. I'm banging harder chicks than him. I'm doing better in life, and he's just a jealous little.
That's from the Ariel Helwani show. Had you heard that before?
Now I heard the full clip. I had gotten bits and pieces of it from friends and text messages. And then I heard a soundbite as well before that one. And he was talking about how the sport is selfish, how he's in it for himself, how he's got no friends, and that's why he trashed another one of our teammates, Dustin Poirier, before his fight, So him saying that stuff about me is contradicting that, but you just said that's okay because we're in an individual sport, and that's not true. Also, he ripped off my coach. There was his coach. We were with him till his title fight. After he won the title, he owed him a certain amount of money. Didn't pay him. I said, if you don't pay him, I'm going to F you up. My coach got in between it. Doesn't have to be like this. Let it slide, blah, blah, blah. Since then, I ain't talked to the dude. It's been about, I don't know when he won the title, a year and some change. And it is what it is, man. All these words, they do have consequences with me because this guy used to sleep in my couch. He used to eat off me because I was the ones with the sponsors. He was just still relatively an amateur, and I was helping this guy out. So it hurts that he would do that in a way just for a like on Facebook, just for a retweet on Twitter. He's doing that to do this to get me and you to talk about him. But it's happened already, and I'm from Miami, so I can't let my city down. I can't let this punk come in here talking. He'll be in the gym. I'll walk in the gym. Guess who leaves right away through the back door? Take a wild guess, everybody.
Well, what happened, though? What happened? Because you guys, at one time, you were cool, right?
We were until he ripped off my coach. And since then, I ain't talked to him. And he's mad because people don't care to see him fight. They want to see him lose. That's what they tune into, He does this whole heel thing because he couldn't get people to regularly watch his fights. So then he said, if I go over the top, create this persona that people will hate me, then people will tune in. People do tune in, but it's not as much as he would want. And you could tell by the way that he's talking, bringing up chicks. Why do you kiss and tell, but were you not raised by gentlemen anyways? Who cares if you are, you're not banging chicks? Who cares, bro? What the hell, man,
But he's trying to stir it up. He has learned, from the Chael Sonnen school.
To do this, to get people to talk good or bad about him.
It sells fights. It sells fights.
I don't think it sells fights. You go look at the people that tuned into his last fight. He has the lowest watched ESPN MMA event. So I don't know if that mathematically it transgresses or what.
Right.
The lowest is usually,
Actually, I should probably say that it makes you more famous is what I should probably say.
No, we're making him famous right now. Nobody knows who he was until you just brought him up right now. Now he's famous. I'm serious. Nobody knows who this kid was. So you brought him up right now, guarantee you. Especially my Miami people. They're like, who the hell is this guy, man?
You mad at Dan or what's happening?
Whatever.
Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal, main event, UFC 244 in New York. It is November 2nd. Now,
10 days later is my birthday. So guess the type of present I'm going to give myself on November 2nd.